Hey everyone, this is the writing lesson for the week of April 26th through May 3rd. Today I want to teach you and remind you that you can use mentor text to help you become a better writer. You may have remembered that we did this at the beginning of the year. We read books by Patricia Polacco and we noticed things that she did really well, and then we tried out those strategies in our own writing. Unfortunately, I don't have any of my books here at home. They're all in the classroom. And so what I did is I printed out a PDF of the book, The Invisible Boy. You may remember that we read this book in class. And as I reread this book, I thought about what are some things that I really like that the author does. You'll notice that I highlighted the first sentence. It says, "Can you see Brian, the invisible boy?" I love the sentence because it catches my attention. It makes me wonder, who is Brian and why is he invisible? And I want to keep reading to find out. And so the author, she used a hook in the form of a question so that we are interested in reading the rest of the story. So that might be something that I try out in my own writing. I might try to hook my reader by using a question. As we move down the story, you'll notice I also highlighted down here. "What's that?" asked Madison as she points at Justin's food. "It's bulgogi." Bul what? Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecued beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat bulgogi. And so I also love this section of the story because there's dialogue. We see exactly what people are saying. It's a conversation that's going back and forth between two characters. And I also noticed that the author allowed me to see exactly what each person is saying by using these quotation marks. So adding dialogue in my own story is something else I could do. And then lastly, I love the end of this story. It says, maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. And I love this ending because it connects back to the beginning. We started with this idea of Brian being invisible. And then we also end with this idea of Brian, but now maybe he's not so invisible after all. And so I really like how this ending kind of brings it back full circle. So what I want you to do is I want you to read a book of your choice. And as you read that book, I want you to think about what are some things that you really like that the author does. You might notice, like I did, that the author uses dialogue. You might notice that the author has a strong conclusion or an engaging hook. You might also notice other things, like maybe you notice imagery, like the author uses lots of descriptive words to paint a picture in your mind. And so maybe in your own writing, you use lots of descriptive words. You might also just love the entire story, so much so that you try to write a similar story. Maybe you try to write a story with a similar problem and a similar solution. Of course, we can't copy a story, but we could do something similar. So, throughout the week, what I want you to do is I want you to read a book, any book of your choice, notice what the author does well, and then try it out on your own. You can turn in your writing entry to me through Google Classroom or through email. If you have any questions, let me know.